Hi guys. Okay guys, I wanted to go over what the project calendar looked like because this is what's going to help you plan your time in class. As you recall again, I told you that yesterday or Monday and Tuesday were the 2 days where I was going to talk a lot. So I introduced the projects, I gave you the contact sheets, and then on Tuesday you got that lecture on tragic structure. Those are really the only 2 big days of me talking. So if you look through the rest of the calendar, you've got work time, work time, work time, work time, work time, all the way up until spring break. And then after spring break, you also have a block period to work, and your presentations will be the block period after spring break. So that's what's coming up, and it's up to you about how you want to organize that work time. Today is your first day of work time, and if you look as you plan what you're going to do in class, I'd like you to write down a to-do list for your group for the in-class section. So you're going to write, for example, you might want to make sure that all students know who they're doing for the character analysis. For example, that might be a to-do list in class. Maybe a to-do at home, if you haven't done it already, is to look at puppet links. So each day you're going to sit down before you start working and make your group a to-do list. And one way to do that is to think about what's coming up. So I wanted to go over some due dates with you. This Friday at the end of the period, the Literary Elements worksheet is due. And you're getting that in class. It's in your folder today. It's yellow, and that needs to be done by the end of class on Friday. I would recommend you have it done by the beginning of class on Friday because you'll notice that on Friday and on Monday, your work time is going to be in the computer lab. Again, you can do whatever you want during that time, but I would recommend that you work on your script because you can open up in Google Docs and have everybody working on it at the same time so that you can make those decisions about character and motif and other plot points that you want to make sure to include. On Tuesday, I'm trying to get us in the lab, but one period is difficult, so I'm not sure if we'll be able to do that or not. You'll definitely have another work period. That's the day that you'll need to divide up responsibilities and say who's doing each job. Your character analysis sheet is also due that Tuesday. The following Wednesday, Thursday block, you have more work time. I would recommend that you have your script draft done by then so you can do a read-through to time your script and make sure it fits within the time limit. Again, it's up to you how you want to manage that, but that's my recommendation, to have a draft of your script ready to read through. Based on that, it'll probably be way too long. You'll need to cut it down, and I would recommend that by Friday then you can read through it again and cut out the parts that you don't really need, and you'd want to have your puppets done by then so you can make sure that you have all the puppets that you need. You have only one day of rehearsal right here, the block right after you get back from break, and we'll have the stage set up so that you can try doing your puppets, reading your lines on the stage. But again, you only have one day of rehearsal with the stage before you do your final presentations. So make sure that you plan your time so that by the time you get to block, you are ready to do a full dress rehearsal with all of your puppets the day right when we get back from block. So that's your job every day. Each day you'll want to check in, make sure that you guys are on track for where you want to be, write yourself to-do lists for in class or at home, and at the end of every day, including today, I'd like you to highlight how you think your group did for the group self-assessment, and you figure that out using this rubric right here, which is below your collaboration agreement. Okay, so I hope you use your time well today. Feel free to brainstorm, write down your ideas. If you want to add additional roles besides your team leader that you already have, feel free to write a recorder or a task manager to keep everybody on task, to keep people from getting distracted. Do what you need for your group to be functional. And if you have any questions about your Literary Elements worksheet or about the presentation itself, do go ahead and record those on the list on the board. I will be back on Friday and can answer those questions for you.